Operation Lifesaver is a public education program. It's funded by Transport Canada and the Railway Association of Canada. And it is an awareness program where we try to sensitize the public towards the potential hazards that exist at highway railway crossings and from trespassing on railway property. Across Canada, there's approximately 45,000 kilometers of track with 28,000 crossings. A lot of that track goes through farm property. The message that we try to get to the farm people is that complacency can set in and that they need to be aware of the potential hazards that exist when they go over those crossings, when they go from farm to farm, from field to field. Some of the tips that I would recommend is, first of all, be alert, be aware that any time is train time. Approaching crossings, be aware of the approach signs. Roll down your windows if possible, listen to see if the train is coming, look to see if the train is coming, and be aware of your surroundings. Be familiar that there are trains. Trains cannot stop easily, so it's very, very, very important. For example, an automobile might take 60 meters to stop. Meanwhile, a train can take up to 2,000 meters to stop. I'm a qualified locomotive engineer, and I've experienced many close calls, as we would say. I was one of the fortunate ones that hadn't really been involved in any fatalities. The tendency I seem to have noticed is that a lot of people try to beat the train. For some reason, there's a lot of impatient people out there, and that in many areas where there's barriers and there's gates, people will circumvent them by going around these gates and try to beat the train across. One of the statistics that's available, and I tell you it's a scary one, is that nearly 50% of the collisions that occur at locations where there are automatic warning devices such as lights, bells, and gates. There was a gentleman and a woman holding a child, and as they were approaching the crossing, the lights and the gates were down, and as I was operating the locomotive approaching this crossing, I was blowing the whistle, and then I noticed the car decided to circumvent the gates and go around. And it was such a close call. I mean, I saw the eyes of that woman who was just staring at me, holding this child in her hands, and the frightening aspect. I put the train in emergency, and I knew that there was no way I was going to stop in time. They had just barely cleared that crossing. Each province has an Operation Lifesaver committee. They can either contact the local provincial safety councils or leagues, or they can contact us here in Ottawa at 613-564-8100, or our website is also available at operationlifesaver.ca. There's a wealth of information there.